Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. In today's video tutorial, I want to talk about reseller hosting and the ROI that you can make. ROI stands for return on investment. So I've been teaching how to make money online for nearly 10 years, 10 of the 20 years I've been working online. And in the last 5 years, I've concentrated mainly on reseller web hosting, mostly because I am the founder and CEO here of NameHero, high-speed cloud WordPress web hosting. So one thing that I love about reseller hosting is the low barrier of entry that it provides to individuals all across the world, not just in the United States. The reason being, when you're a reseller web host, you basically buy space in bulk from us. And on your screen is our most popular packages. You take this space that you buy in bulk and you resell it to other customers. Now, unlike reseller web hosts traditionally, NameHero offers a very special infrastructure. A lot of this is credited to our high-speed cloud that we've developed. So essentially, when you're selling web hosting to your customers, you can offer this high-speed managed cloud infrastructure that's not offered by a lot of your competitors, actually most of your competitors. If you've been reading our blog for any amount of time, which I highly suggest, especially if you're looking to get into the reseller hosting industry or if you are in the reseller hosting industry, namehero.com/startup or namehero.com/blog. Of course, you can go to NameHero and click on blog at the top. It's right here. And it will take you there. But all the time I'm blogging and producing content on how to better your reseller hosting business. Just recently I typed this blog post, why 2018 is the best year to start a web hosting business. And I've got a video on our YouTube channel where I kind of go into this in detail. But specifically I want to talk about the training that I've linked to in here. So down here at the bottom, there's 3 different resources I have. And so for those of you that don't know what reseller hosting is, or maybe you're doing it but are looking for ways to make more money, I really recommend going through all of these training materials because they'll explain to you how to set everything up from A to Z. Even if you don't have any technical knowledge, these courses, these videos, these guides will teach you how to do it. So you don't have to be a technical guru, a server administrator, or anything like that to get involved in this type of industry. But this post is also a good read. And if you can't find it on the blog, just type in this headline here, type it in the search box, and it'll come right up. But you want to make sure you check out that training. So back to our hosting packages, your job as a reseller is you buy a package from us of bulk space and bandwidth, and then you're able to set up your customers. Now, without a doubt, our most popular package is the corporate reseller package. The reason being it comes with a free WHMCS license. WHMCS is the software that you need to run your business automatically. It will allow your customers to go to your website, to select a hosting package, to sign up. It will send them an invoice. They can pay. You can set up all your payments in automation. As soon as they pay, their account's set up and they're online. And WHMCS also allows you to bill your customers for other services. So in today's video, I'm going to get into a little bit more detail about what other services you can offer, how you should go about getting your customers, as well as the return that you can expect of reseller hosting. I often say on our YouTube channel here that if I had to start over tomorrow, if tomorrow I woke up and I had no online business, I had no job, or maybe I had a job and I was looking to make more money, but if I'm just getting my start, I would enter the reseller hosting industry. The reason being is this industry, the web hosting industry, is going to continue to grow and to grow and to grow. In my posts about why 2018 is the best year to start reseller hosting, I talk about how we had this initial explosion of web hosting companies and people going online to buy web hosting in the early 2000s, the mid 2000s, and later on. But nowadays in 2018, it's essential for any business, any service industry to have a website. And a lot of businesses do have a website nowadays, but actually it gives you a bigger opportunity because a lot of those websites aren't the best. And I could get on Google right now, or I can get in my yellow pages if you have one of those, or I could just start going door to door to businesses or start looking up local businesses. And I could find by the end of the day, if I really hustled hard, 5 new customers every single day. And I'm going to talk to you about what that looks like as far as the numbers are concerned. But before you head into it, I really want you to understand the platform that we are offering and the price that we're offering it for. We could essentially sell these packages for a lot more money at NameHero because if you look on our blog, I research a lot of the competitors out there, and I compare them to us, and I compare what we offer. And I've yet to really find a web host out there that offers reseller packages that have all of the features and the infrastructure of NameHero. I think our biggest point is that we are on the cloud. It's true cloud hosting, along with Lightspeed web server. So if this sounds like German to you, basically it's extremely fast web hosting that you don't have to pay hundreds of dollars a month. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars a month for, and then you can offer this to your customers. So it's a huge selling point in itself, the service. And then you get into the extra features we add, such as the free SSL certificates, the free Cloudflare with Railgun. All this stuff really makes for a great experience for your customers. So let's take a look at this sheet that I've made here called ROI and Reseller Hosting. And I'll try to get this exported into a PDF so you can download this as well, and you can kind of make notes on this sheet and use it for your own use. So let's talk about this. Our best price for the corporate reseller account, and this is for the spring promotion that's currently ongoing, is $21.42 a month. And so that equals out to $514 for 24 months, so for 2 years. If you don't want to pay for the whole 2 years, then you can pay $39.95 a month. So it's all about ROI. The more money you make over you spend, the better. And so to maximize your ROI, that's why we have a price discounted for 2 years. And I've said in other videos before, and I'm going to say again, that monthly payments, they're almost more a pain in the butt than they're really worth. What we see with monthly payments is we might have a reseller come on board and they say, well, I don't want to commit to 2 years. I just want to commit month to month because this is a big price to pay up front and I just want to go monthly. Well, what happens is most resellers that choose this option, they end up staying on board longer than 2 years. So they're paying much more for the same service. But then what happens a lot of times is their credit card expires. They change their credit card number. For some reason or another, they don't have funds in their account when their bill comes due. And so then it ends up their website gets suspended, and not only their site, all their customers get suspended because of a payment glitch, if something happened. And so that's why at NameHero we reward customers for going with this route, because you're going to save almost 50% off the monthly rate, and the payment's handled every 2 years. So every 2 years you have to worry about the payment for your hosting services, and then you don't have to worry again. So yes, it's a hit up front, but then after that, it's all profit. And I want to talk about how easy it is to make profit in this industry today, so you understand how you go about approaching your customers and really how few customers it takes to start making money. Now, I'm not talking about making millions of dollars. Yes, if you stay at this industry, you will make $1 million eventually. If you work hard, you hustle, you get new customers, you focus on sales, you have the potential to make millions of dollars. I don't want to say you will, because you might not. And that might not be your goal. My biggest point about reseller hosting is if you are looking for a way to make money, if you're looking for a new business, you're supplementing your income, you need more money, you're trying to save up for that vacation, then this is an avenue that you should consider exploring. It's not fast. It's not, you're not going to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow and just be riches. However, over time, your business will grow and grow and grow, and you'll get to the point to where, man, you're making a really nice supplemental income, or you might be making income where you can leave your day job, or this could be your day job altogether. We have thousands of resellers all across the globe here at NameHero, and everyone has a different story. Some of our resellers, they do this full time. All they do is resell web hosting. That's their job. A lot of them have staff members and all that. We have some that are retirees, that they've worked their jobs and they're just retired and they're looking for a little extra side business. So they pick up 5 or 10 customers and they do this just to consume their time and provide them a little bit extra money. We have young people that are in college or have graduated college that are just getting started or looking for a job while they're in college, and they're reselling hosting. And we have people from other countries to where the cost of living isn't as high, and some of them have customers in the United States and they're in another country and they're making really nice income as well. So we've seen all different types of customers, from customers making $100,000 a year, a couple $100,000 a year, to those making $5,000, $10,000 a year. So it's all over the spectrum. And so only you can decide, where you want to take your business. My advice though is just decide your business. Who are you going to offer reseller hosting to? And then what do you have to do to make a profit, to make more than you spend on your reseller package? And then how do you grow from there? I often tell people in my coaching and mentoring that you have to walk or you have to crawl before you can walk. you have to walk before you can run. And that's true in any business. And again, as I said at the beginning of the video, for the last 10 years, I've focused on teaching others how to make money online. And I've shared a lot of the wealth of my knowledge at seminars and coaching programs that I've held, DVDs that I've produced, and books I've written. So I've worked with tons of opportunity seekers, entrepreneurs, different companies all across the world of people that are looking for extra ways to make money. But I really like the hosting industry just because it's steady. It's not something that's going to go away overnight. It's going to continue to grow. I don't care how many services come out that offer website builders or how to build a website or how many mobile apps come out. It's only going to continue to increase. People around the world, they need web hosting, and the industry is going to continue to grow for as long as I can see it. For as long as my lifetime is around, I do not see the web hosting industry going anywhere else. There are other industries that you can get into that are not as stable. Sure, you might make more money right off the bat, but if you're looking at, is it going to be around 10 years? Is it going to be around 20 years? Some industries, that's kind of uncertain. I know at the beginning of 2018, I saw a lot of people that I used to coach and train in the affiliate marketing industry. They jumped on board the cryptocurrency train. They thought, well, I invest $500 back in 2013 with Bitcoin. In 2018, I'm going to be a mega millionaire or a millionaire even. That's just, cryptocurrency is very volatile. So yes, sometimes if you invested when it was really low, Bitcoin, it went up, then you made a good profit. But as we've seen over the last couple months, especially in 2018, it's still very young, very volatile. With the web hosting industry, when you invest your money, it's an investment that's going to grow over time. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's how I've always looked at all of my businesses. Here at NameHero, we're a true testimony of how fast and how big the reseller hosting market is. We've watched NameHero grow from a small company in 2014, 2015 to one of the largest and fastest growing web hosts in the world today in 2018. And that's just because of the demand in the industry for high quality hosting product. So we want our resellers to take advantage of our growth and take advantage of the resources that we are providing and be able to scale their businesses as well. So let's talk a little bit more about this document. I'll enlarge it a little bit. So again, if it's me and I'm signing up for a package, I'm going to go for the cheapest rate because to save 50% by paying 2 months up or 24 months up front is really big. And so this is what I'm going to do if I'm doing it. You might have a different opinion. If you're not committed, you might say, well, I'll just go month to month until I make that. But in the long run, you're going to make more money going this way. I kind of look at this when you use a credit card to buy stuff. When you're buying purchases on a credit card, because you might not have the money yet, and you're like, well, when I get paid next week, I'll put a little bit on the card, and then it ends up you pay this interest, and so something you bought for $20 ends up costing $40 to $60 because you put it on a credit card, you paid a little bit, you got interest, and then the item is, by the time you get it paid off, the item's not even new anymore. And so any experienced business person will tell you keep your costs as low as possible in the beginning. So the core features of this package are 100 gigabytes of disk space, 2 terabytes a month of bandwidth. So it's 2,000 gigabytes a month of bandwidth. I highly doubt you're going to run out of this bandwidth, especially if you're going after the local customers that I'm going to talk about today. The average website does not use a lot of bandwidth. If someone uses a lot of bandwidth, most of the time they're hosting videos or doing live streaming or doing something where they really need a VPS, where a lot of people, if you tell them, well, if you're using this much bandwidth, it's going to be really expensive, or you could go use YouTube. It's free. And most of the time we explain that to a customer, they tell their customers, hey, you can use YouTube and it's free. Most people go that route because it's not. Nowadays in 2018, why would you pay for bandwidth when you don't have to? When you could put your videos on YouTube, you get extra exposure. They host all the stuff for you, and you don't have to use the disk space or the bandwidth to host those high bandwidth videos. So that's what I always recommend for that. So with the disk space and bandwidth, we offer true cloud hosting with Lightspeed web server. The majority of reseller web hosting companies out there, and I review a lot of them on our blog. I just recently did one on InMotion hosting. So if you go to blog, and again, you can type this in if you don't see it, I compare us to InMotion and what they offer their resellers and what we offer our resellers. And one of the big things is they use the Apache web server where we use Lightspeed. The Lightspeed web server is up to 10 times faster than Apache. And I've got some links here with benchmarks that have been conducted by Lightspeed. So this is a huge selling point when you're approaching your customers. Page load has everything to do with SEO, or SEO has everything to do with page load. If Google's going to show the website high in their rankings, they're going to show the web pages that load faster first. So you can tell your customers right off the bat, hey, if you want to show up in Google and you want to be in a high spot for your customers to see you, your website's got to be fast. So you can ask them, who's hosting your website? GoDaddy, Bluehost. Well, you can say right off the bat, I'm going to give you faster hosting. It's a huge selling point, and I'm going to get into more specific sales points shortly. But that's a big feature that we have, and it's worth mentioning because we've invested a good deal of money to be able to offer Lightspeed hosting. The corporate reseller comes with a free dedicated IP. So right off the bat, you're going to save $29.95 a year. That's what it would cost to purchase this individually. Dedicated IP is beneficial because it allows your customers to have the highest level of email delivery. So if your customers are using email for their website, if they're using emails, if they're using their corporate emails on your account and they're relying on their hosting package to provide these emails, they're going to want this dedicated IP address. Comes with the corporate reseller for free. The free WHMCS license. As I said, WHMCS is the software for web host. And if you're not using it right now and you're offering reseller hosting, I highly recommend it because it just automates everything. It's a complete invoicing client management system. You want to talk about getting organized. Having everything in WHMCS allows it to put your business on autopilot. You don't have to worry about sending monthly invoices. It's going to automatically do it. You don't have to worry about setting up the customers. It's going to automatically do it. So it's really a no-brainer. So, and there's tons, back to the training I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I've got tons of guides, videos, how to set it up. So even if you're not tech savvy, if you can just follow some simple instructions, you can have WHMCS installed and online. At NameHero, we do not limit you on the number of clients you can have. You can have unlimited clients on your account. Now, the WHMCS starter license is limited to 250 customers, but still, 250 customers on this package and on this, you're going to be making a good deal of money. So by the time you get to that point, you need to upgrade. Our upgrade price is not that much to go to the next level. So we're going to get a discount, a big discount on that as well. Free SSL. So a lot of other reseller hosting companies, they don't provide free SSL to their customers. I believe InMotion was one of them that does not. So with that, you're looking up to $90 a year per domain to offer SSL to your customers. That's expensive. And the way you explain this to your customer is you say, a potential customer or customer, do you have SSL on your site? And they say, what's that? Well, it's a secure connection. It allows your website to be HTTPS. And if they say no, well, you can say, well, Google not only takes into consideration your page load, they also look if you have an SSL certificate. Websites that do not have an SSL certificate rank lower in the search results. So not only is it page speed, but it's also SSL. So there's your other selling point. Your website, if your website's slow and does not have SSL, you're immediately going to gain two huge benefits coming to host with you, the reseller. And so we see a lot of resellers leverage that to their advantage. And that's one of the features we've really became known for here at NameHero. Free, and not only free SSL, automatic SSL. So once the website's hosted on your reseller account with us here at NameHero, the SSL automatically generates and installs, so there's no action necessary. It just works. So that's a huge benefit. I'm talking about speed, free Cloudflare with Railgun. Now, this is a $200 a month per domain savings. If your customer, if you go to cloudflare.com and you look at the business package, that's what has the Railgun. That is $200 a month per domain. It's free at NameHero. With our partnership with Cloudflare, it is free for all of your domains, all your subdomains. They can use the Railgun for free with your reseller account. So there's the other savings point for your customers. Railgun, in addition to the cloud hosting, in addition to the Lightspeed web server, it's another tool to increase the speed to your customer's website. So again, this is just an extra, an added bonus that you can offer your customer to sway them your way. Hey, you're getting cloud hosting. Hey, you're getting Lightspeed. Hey, you're going to get Cloudflare with Railgun. Huge benefit. A lot of our customers use this. And the way you explain Railgun to your customers is you say, okay, customer, you're located in New York City. Cloudflare Railgun allows your customers to load your website resources, your images, your style sheets, your JavaScript from the data center closest to them. Cloudflare has over 100 data centers across the world. And so if your customer is accessing, if your customers customers are accessing their website from New York, it's going to pull the resources, the static resources from the website, from Cloudflare's closest data center, decreasing latency. So again, extremely fast page load times with Cloudflare Railgun. And you can just Google Cloudflare Railgun, or you can look this up on the NameHero blog, and I've got some articles and some more videos going into more detail. Lightspeed Cache. So this is a huge WordPress management feature. Lightspeed Cache is a plugin used for WordPress, and it allows WordPress websites to load even faster. And it's only available to web hosts that use the Lightspeed web server. And it is, as of 2018, the fastest benchmarked caching plugin on the WordPress market today. And again, you can Google that to back up those claims and to read the benchmarks, but you just tell your customer, you're going to get this free Lightspeed caching. So again, there's the other speed benefit. Cloud hosting, Lightspeed web server, Cloudflare, Lightspeed Cache. So you're getting to really stack the benefits for them coming with you. Your website's going to be extremely fast, and and here's the technologies why. Because anyone can say, well, you're going to be faster, but you're going to be faster because, and then you can add those features, and your customers will eat that up. They will really, really like that. Even if they don't understand the technology, you can kind of explain it in layman's terms, but let them know that it's likely you're not getting all this stuff right now. Remember, I designed the NameHero infrastructure based on the infrastructure I was using for my own internet-based businesses because it wasn't offered anywhere else. For me to build this infrastructure out before NameHero, I was spending $300 to $500 a month for dedicated servers in the cloud and having all this software installed. And there was no such thing as a NameHero that offered this for under $30 a month where I could resell it to customers. It did not exist, and that's why I started NameHero. So all these features are what allow you to really be able to get customers and have advantages. One-click WordPress installations, updates, and staging. So every reseller at NameHero has access to our one-click auto installer that allows your customers to one-click install WordPress, one-click and update WordPress plugins, themes, and also one-click staging and cloning. So if they want to set up a test website, they can do that all inside the interface. And again, this is going to allow you to compete against some of the managed WordPress hosting services out there. Pagely, WP Engine. These are services that your customers might know about. And so if they ask you, well, how do you compare to WP Engine? Well, this is how. We offer this stuff. And so this allows you to charge a little bit more when you're talking about your packages. Okay, so now the build-up. Let's talk about the ROI we're looking at, the return on investment. Now, I'm not talking about getting rich yet. I'm talking about making an ROI, making a positive return each month off your investment of your NameHero reseller account. And I want to talk about just how few clients you have to do this. All right, let's say, now I told you at the beginning of this video, right now, if I took my notepad out, I went and hopped in the truck, and I went door to door to 50 businesses in Kansas City today. I might not get 50, and I might get 20 in. But with the pitch I've talked about so far, I could probably sign 5 customers today. If I went to 20, I could probably close at least 5 of them. I'm the type of salesman, I probably won't leave the business until I close it. But I would try my darndest to get 5. And if I could get 5 customers at $29 a month, and this is on the low end, I'm just saying the bare bones hosting minimum, that would be $149 a month. And if I'm paying $21.42 a month for my package, my ROI is almost 600%. That's a tremendous ROI. What other business is out there to where you're going to spend this you're going to spend this on your business, and then with only 5 customers, you're going to return this each month. Now, again, you're not going to get rich off $150 a month. However, as you scale that, the return is amazing. I mean, what else can you invest in? And this is going to grow and to grow and to grow. If I went out every single day, 5 days a week and got 5 customers, it's 25 customers. That's 25 customers per week, potentially 100 customers a month. And over a year, I would start to be making a really nice ROI, right? And our reseller packages, you can host, I already said 250 customers is what you can get with your WHMCS. So if you can get up to 250 customers and each one of them is paying $29.95 a month, you're going to be making a darn nice income. I mean, you're looking at for 200 customers at $29.95 a month, you're going to be making $6,000 a month. And so that right there is for the year about $71,000 in income. And so that's a pretty good return when you're spending $514 for 2 years. So for 2 years, at that many customers, 200 customers, you would be making 143,000. See how that starts to add up? At 200 customers, at $29.95 a month, your return would be 143, 760,000 USD, 2 years. Now, if you just did half of that in 2 years, if you did a fourth of it, if you did a third of it, but just think about where you could go with this. And when you look at it, 200 customers may seem like a lot, but if you're talking about 5 customers a day, 25 customers a week, and this is on the maximum end, right? This is if you're really getting out in your vehicle and you're going out to hustle your customers and you're finding customers and getting them at $29.95 a month. And with the features we offer, you can absolutely offer that price. Again, explain the benefits, explain how you're going to help their website. Most customers will pay $29.95 if you're willing to go to their office, talk to them, set it up, and just be a contact. Customers, local customers especially, they don't like calling an 800 number. They don't like getting on live chat. They don't like submitting a ticket. They like picking up their cell phone or text messaging someone. Hey, I've got a little problem with my site. Could you take a look? And that's the type of service that will help you win in this industry. And again, you're not making millions yet, but see, over time, you could really turn this into a multi-million-dollar business. Okay, so let's go on down here a little more. Let's say that $29.95 a month, you say that's too much. Okay, we'll go to $9.95 a month, 132% ROI. So for 5 customers, you're making $49.75 a month. So you can, if you want to go on the high end, you can go here. If you want to go on the low end, you can go here. If you say, well, I want to go even lower, you can say, okay, well, if you're going to do that, you need to do much more volume. Most of the time when a reseller takes this route, they're looking for a very generic customer. Now, one thing that I will warn about going for quantity over quality is that's what you're going to get. When you're going for $5.95 a month, you're not going to get a high quality customer. You're going to get a customer that's not going to stay around a lot. Because most customers that go for $5.95 a month hosting, the only thing they value is the price, and they're looking for the cheapest web host. So that means the next web host that offers them $4.95, they're gone. They're not going to be loyal to your business. Me personally, if I had to start all over tomorrow, I'm going for the higher quality customer. I'm going for the $29.95 a month customer. I'm not looking for this, and I'm not looking for this. I would be looking for this with my reseller account because I want to focus on ROI and making the most out of my customers. I want customers that are going to be with me for a long time. And so I'm going to go with the customer that I can kind of develop this local relationship where I can go down to their office and help them set things up, where I can be the liaison for their website, and I would probably develop their website for them as well. Okay, so let's look at what a sample package might look like. If you're a reseller, here's maybe a package you would be offering one of these customers. Let's say you offer them 5 gigabytes of web space. Well, you say, Ryan, if I offer them 5 gigabytes of space, then I can only offer 20 customers with my package. Well, at NameHero, we allow overselling. Most customers are not going to use up this whole 5 gigabytes of space. The average customer is probably only going to use 1 gigabyte, if that. So you've got 100 gigabytes, and we allow overselling, meaning that you can sell as much space as you want. You're only billed for what's actually used, and that's that 100 gigabytes. So you can oversell this, but just for their peace of mind. And of course, if you start running towards your space, then we'll help you scale to another package so that you're never leaving your customers hanging. That's the powerful thing about us being on the cloud. But you can offer that overselling. You might offer them hosting for 5 domains in their package. So you say, well, for $29.95 a month, I'm going to provide hosting for your website, but also you have 5 extra domains. Maybe the customer has a personal blog they want to host. Maybe the customer has a second brand they want to host. Maybe they have a special promotion that they want to have on another domain. So that's just more benefits. And you can put 5 domains, or you could even say, heck, for $29.95 a month, you can have unlimited domains because you're allowed to do that at NameHero. You can set it to unlimited add-on domains, and you can offer that. 500 gigabytes of monthly bandwidth, overselling allowed. Once again, most customers will never come close to hitting this. I mean, not even close. They're going to be in like the megabyte range. Most local customers don't use a lot of bandwidth. So again, overselling is allowed here. And most of the time, you can really say unlimited bandwidth because I have yet to see a local customer go through 500 gigabytes of monthly bandwidth. If so, they're hosting a video that should be on YouTube in the first place. You're offering them free SSL. This is up to $90 a year per domain savings. It's free at NameHero, free and automatic. You're offering them the free Cloudflare Railgun, and tell them this. When you're offering them this package, explain this to them. If you go down to their office to meet with them, have this piece of paper that I'm going to make it. You can export it and download it, and say, hey, look, you're saving on the SSL, and you're going to save on this Cloudflare Railgun. You don't have to mention NameHero. Remember, all of our reseller packages are 100% white labeled. That means they never see us. So you can say, we've got a partnership. You can say, my company, whatever the name of your company is, has a partnership with Cloudflare where we offer this Railgun free of charge. It's bundled in our package. And so you tell them $29.95 a month. And yes, if you go to Cloudflare, and you can go to Cloudflare on your laptop in their office or on their computer and show them where it would cost $200 a month. And they say, well, it's too good to be true. No, it's a strategic partnership in our hosting infrastructure. And that's why you have it. And that's the benefit to working with a large organization like NameHero, is we already have negotiated these deals for you. The free Lightspeed cache, basically you use this if you get a customer that says, well, I use WP Engine because they've got one-click installs, one-click staging, and caching. You can say, well, we offer that too. So that's, when this comes up and this comes up, you can hit those benefits. Now here's additional services to provide. So on the hosting end, this is the stuff that's going to win the client for you. You talk about the speed, you talk about the SSL, you talk about the Cloudflare and Railgun, you talk about the Lightspeed cache, the one-click WordPress installs. That's going to win it on the hosting end. And as you can see, this can be very lucrative. Now, if you want to get into additional services to provide, most resellers at NameHero, they don't just do reseller hosting because they want to make more money. So a lot of our customers, they offer social media account creation. You'll find a lot of your customers, they might not even have a LinkedIn page. They might not even have a YouTube profile. With your cell phone nowadays, especially the iPhones, you can go record video of their business, go record videos, maybe interviewing the CEO or maybe interviewing a couple employees and putting that on YouTube. And you can develop their YouTube page with them very easily. And you can say, well, for $99.95, I will create you your Facebook profile. If they have one, say, I'll help optimize it. You'll create their Twitter profile if they have one. You help optimize it. A lot of people don't have LinkedIn. A lot of people don't have YouTube. A lot of people don't have Instagram. And so you can say, well, I will help optimize and make these pages for you. And then you can say, well, if you want to post, if you want me to help you post on your accounts, well, for $100 a month, I'll do daily posts on each account. So there's another way you really start to increase your ROI. So if you do like the setup fee deal, then you do this monthly fee. Well, now your customer is paying $100 a month plus $29.95. So now you've got a $130 a month customer. So it doesn't take 5 of those to really get this ROI going to the extreme levels. You can go down here and say, well, I'll offer you search engine optimization for $99.95 setup fee. All you have to do for this is, one, you're going to move them to your hosting. So you're going to give them the Lightspeed Cloud Web Hosting. That's easy. It's there. You're going to give them the free and automatic SSL. That's there. And then you can go in, if they use WordPress, install and configure the Yoast SEO plugin. It's free, but you can install that and configure it for them. So by doing those things, giving them the cloud hosting, making their site faster, having the Lightspeed, having HTTPS, and the Yoast SEO, they will start to rank higher. So you can offer that to them. And you can, what you tell us is just say it's a very basic search engine optimization. You're not going to go link building. If you do, there's another $200 if you want to go link building for them. If you want to go creating articles across the internet to get them backlinks. I mean, you can do advanced search engine optimization as well, but just doing some basic SEO, that's mostly all the local businesses need, because a lot of the searches to those local businesses are long tail anyways, meaning that clients get very specific when they're typing in their search query. So it doesn't take a whole lot to rank for those. So just this basic SEO goes a long, long way with local businesses. And then what we see the majority of our customers do at NameHero is they develop with WordPress. I would say 99% of our customers use WordPress at some capacity or another. I would say 99% of our resellers are offering WordPress hosting in some capacity or another. Because WordPress is the most popular content management system, it makes it easy for your customers to go in and edit their own website, so they love it. So you can just set up, install WordPress, get them a nice theme, and you can do this for these type of prices. So like you could tell your customer, hey, for a 5-page WordPress website, professionally looking website for $500 for $499.95. If you want 10 pages, $899.95. You can go even higher than this based on your skills. So if you can make especially if you make the theme yourself, if you don't go buy a theme and you can personally make their theme, you can multiply this by 10. You can go for $5,000 if you're going to make their own theme. I personally, one of my businesses, we bought a WordPress custom theme and it's $5,000, and that's on the low end for a lot of custom developers. But if you're just going to buy them a theme and customize it, I think these prices here are fair. But a lot of customers out there, they will pay this for a professional looking website. So if they don't have a website, or the website is not developed, or if it's not mobile optimized, a lot of websites nowadays in 2018, they have to be mobile optimized if they're going to be shown correctly on an iPhone or an iPad or a tablet. But a lot of websites aren't there yet. And so by simply installing WordPress and getting a responsive theme, you can essentially mobile optimize the website for the customer, and that's another advantage on your end. So let's talk about your target customer. Who are you looking for as being a reseller web host? Who are you looking for? Well, I say start with local businesses. Trying to go out on the internet and get a wide net is really hard. One, you're going to be competing with companies like NameHero that have massive ad budgets, and we have resources to go out and get lots of customers with a big net, and we can do it for $5.95 a month. Well, that makes it hard for the reseller because you're trying to make ROI. So you don't want to go spend a bunch of money on ads. You don't want to go spend a bunch of money trying to cast this wide net. Instead, you want to get a niche or a niche, however you say it, and you want to laser in on that and then expand outward. So what you want to do is start with your local businesses around wherever you are. It does not matter if you live in Podunk, America, or if you live in a big major metropolitan area. We're in Kansas City here, and it's not a major metropolitan area. It's not like Chicago or New York, but there's still quite a few local businesses. And when I say quite a few, quite 100 local businesses that either have poor or not that good websites. And you need to look in the service-related industries and small businesses. Stay away from the chains, the big national restaurant chains, the big national stores. They've got programs for their own website. They've got the very cookie cutter. State Farm Insurance is a big one. They've got their own web services out there. So don't even try to go compete with them. Look for your local people. Look for your plumbers, those that are doing plumbing jobs. Get on Facebook. And a lot of neighborhoods nowadays have Facebook groups, and all you have to do is go into that group on Facebook and say, hey, who's everyone recommend for a plumber? A lot of times any group will start suggesting people. Start calling those people and say, hey, do you have a website? I can help you out. A lot of these independent service industries, especially, they don't have time to do a website, but guess what they do have? They're making money because a lot of these people in these service industries are one-person shop. It's one person, two people, three people. They're doing the job, and they're focused more on the plumbing jobs than they are the website. So if you tell them, hey, I'm going to give you all these benefits and make your website for you, then you technically can become their web guy or their web gal that does all that for them. And that's where you're really going to thrive in the reseller hosting industry. HVAC, heating and cooling. My personal experience, every single year, it never fails, something acts up in my air conditioner. I don't like to go to the chains, like the big HVAC stores you see on TV or the national chains, because they're most of the time most expensive because they're trying to fuel these $1 million ad budgets. Instead, I look for local people. Some people might do it on the side, and that's who comes out and works on my stuff. Almost everything that's listed here: plumbers, electricians, HVAC, lawn service, garage door repairs, any of these industries. I personally work with individuals. I don't work with big corporations because most of the time the individuals are more friendly. It's hands-on. The actual owner comes out to my house, and it's a much better job, and 9 chances out of 10 I pay a lot less. So these are the type of people you're looking for to create their website for. Electricians. I just recently had a 220 watt put into my home for a web server that I'm running just for fun. A web server I play with, nothing to do with NameHero. But when I was researching electricians, I could have went for the big national brands, and I was looking at $400 or $500. I found a local electrician group in Kansas City. I paid $150. It was a great service. One of the owners came out. They had the electricity ran no time. But that's the type of person I would be looking for to sign up for a web service, for a website. Lawn service. There's a lot of kids nowadays, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids with lawn services out there. These people are making good money too with their services, so they have money to pay you to get their website online. And let them know, hey, if you're not showing up in Google, you're losing business. Garage door repairs, handyman services. Just the other day I was hanging a TV, and I was thinking to myself, if I was like my dad who was getting on up there in the years, I probably wouldn't want to be doing this myself. It's a pain in the butt. I would want to hire a handyman. Well, if I Google handyman Kansas City, hang television, hanging flat screen TV. There's not a lot of options out there, but there are lots of handymen out there, handy women. So go out there and find those people, let them know how important a website is. Contractors or remodeling, this is a huge industry that makes these people make a lot of money. And so, but they don't have time to mess with the website. If you could do this for them, there's your customer. Roofing, this is an industry that a lot of these people get paid from insurance money. Especially in Kansas City, we see a lot of hailstorms. So around the spring of the year, early summer, late fall, or early fall rather, we see a lot of hail damage to the roofs. And so these type of contractors, they're going to get paid not from the person with the hail damage, it's actually the insurance company because they filed a claim. So they make a lot of money. I mean, a roof on a house, you're looking at $11,000, sometimes even more than that. And so for them to pay $100, $200 a month for web services is not a lot. And especially if you explain to that roofer, hey, we need to have your stuff online and ready for when these hailstorms hit. Because when people start researching who they're going to use, you better be showing up online because it gives you a lot of credentials. It gives you a lot of trust. Used car lots. There's a number of these around Kansas City, people that are selling used autos, not the big Ford dealerships that are selling pre-owns or Chevrolet dealerships. Look for the independent used car dealers. They're everywhere around Kansas City and they're making a lot of money, but a lot of them have really crappy websites, so you can help them improve that. Vape shops. Vaping is taken over nowadays. You don't see or hear a lot of people talking about cigarette smoking. A lot of people have moved to vaping. Me personally, I was a huge vapor for a while and I recently quit. I still like it, but I don't do it anymore. But there's a lot of vape shops that have came up in Kansas City recently with new industries and new businesses. A lot of them don't have websites. You can hook them up. Local gyms, not the Gold's Gym, not the 24 or the Planet Fitness or the 24/7, whatever gyms are out there. Look for the local ones. Look for the local people that have created a gym or a workout program and need a website. Local restaurants. All the time I find hole-in-the-wall restaurants, especially in the Kansas City area. They don't have a website. They word of mouth. They've been word of mouth for 40 years. Tell them, hey, you need a website and I can help you out. Gardening services. This stuff's expensive. You're talking landscape pruning, landscape installation, landscape maintenance. That stuff's very expensive. Dog walking services. That's another micro niche out there. You don't see a lot of corporate chains doing that. So when you find these people, a lot of them don't have websites. Well, you can make them one. Babysitters or childcare. This is a huge industry. Do you know that care.com charges $49 a month for a membership to find a babysitter or childcare because they vet the people for you? Well, one thing I've found, having children myself, is there are babysitters all around these neighborhoods of all ages. I mean, I'm talking about the retired grandma to the stay-at-home mother to the college student. There's babysitters everywhere. Well, most of them do not have a website. So find them. Find out there that need them. And I know they're making money because childcare is not cheap. When I pay for a babysitter for my kids, it's expensive. It always is. I mean, at minimum, I'm looking at $10, $20 an hour. And so, and that's on the really low end. So they're making the money and they can have a website. Religious organizations and churches. All churches out there are looking to be online because they're trying to get their message out, and they have money to do so because it's a very important part to their ministries. We have a lot of customers at NameHero from religious organizations because they know how important it is to have their location on the internet, to get their sermons online, to get the information out there. So look for that. And a lot of times these people are more than willing to sit down with you and hear about your business and how you can help them. It's kind of a win-win. Private schools. There's a lot of these in the Kansas City metro. Not so much in the podunk areas or the small towns. Private schools are not around as much, but these people, they have tons of money as well. And a lot of them don't have websites or have very poorly designed websites. Appliance repairs. My dryer went out a couple years ago. I remember trying to find a repairman or woman. It was really big pain. I found one. They didn't even have a website. They were listed on, I think it was Home Advisor is where I ended up finding them. And again, they could have had a website and could have found them much easier. Moving services. Moving is not cheap either. There's a lot of moving companies out there. Go look for them. Start Googling moving services in your local city. You'll find them. You'll find them with bad websites. Hook them up. Self-storage. I talk about this a lot on our YouTube channel. My dad owns a self-storage facility, and I helped him do his website. 90% of his customers go to his website to pay for their storage unit. Huge for his business. His website is huge. He knows nothing about websites. He has a WordPress website. People get on there. They make their payments each month. Without it, he would not be getting 90% of his payments. Huge industry for a website. Rental truck services. Again, you're not looking for your big Penske or U-Haul services. Look for your local people out there. Specialty lessons, piano, dance, yoga, personal training. All these people exist. Most of the time, this is a one-man woman or one-man show, and they don't have a website. One of my best friends, who unfortunately has passed away, is no longer with us, but he was a personal trainer and probably one of the best in the area that I lived in. He never had a website. Back then, he had a MySpace page, and he was actually sending people to his MySpace page to connect to him so he could get back with them with his rates and available times. So this is a huge, huge niche. You could specialize just in this alone. Piano lessons, dance lessons, yoga, personal trainers. These people are out there, and all these services are not cheap. Most people that send their kids to piano, or even adults to take piano, it's more of a white collar audience. It's more of an affluent audience for the most part. It's a big luxury. So a lot of times these teachers, they make good money and they can pay for a website. Same with the dance, yoga, and personal training. Snow removal. I know we're getting out of winter, but again, if you live in an area where it's where they get a lot of snow, this is another service out there where most people that plow snow have no interest in getting online and making a website, so you can do that for them. So the sales pitch you give to your customers is your website on the cloud. Most of the time they won't know. They'll say, I don't know. And so you say, well, if you don't know, probably it's not, and I can help you do that. And they explain the benefits. Does your website use SSL? A lot of times they're going to say, I don't know. You say, well, if it's not in the cloud and doesn't use SSL, if you don't know, it probably doesn't, so I'm going to do that. Is your website mobile optimized? A lot of people, they don't know, or maybe they say, I'm getting around to it, or, well, you can load it on your iPhone. A lot of times they're clueless about that too. So you could show them on your phone, say, hey, here's what your website looks like on my iPhone. It doesn't look too good. I'm going to fix that for you. Do they have a website at all? Like I said a lot about this here. These type people, they don't have websites a lot. So you don't have a website at all. Well, I'm going to give you a website with all these benefits. Do you have a social media presence? We know social media is another big spot that every business needs to be nowadays. And a lot of businesses, they just don't know, or they don't have the time or manpower to mess with it. So there's your extra selling point. Are you showing up in search engines? A lot of people say, I don't know, or maybe, or yeah, we're there, or I'm not going to compete against so-and-so. Well, you can say, well, we can fix that. How fast does their website load? Go to gtmetrics.com, print them out a report, how fast their site loads. Print it out, just go to gtmetrics.com, print out the report for their website, and take it into them. See, that's what I would do right now. If I was going to go scout businesses today in Kansas City, I would go print out the GT Metrics report for their website currently, if they have one. Go to their office and say, hey, I want to talk to someone about your web services, because I can help a lot. And I'd be genuine, be polite. You'll come in, and I might wear a suit, or I might wear a sport coat. I don't want to look too salesy, but I want to look respectful. And try to get that sale. Go around lunch hour, bring lunch. Do what you got to do. Bring gifts. Bring gifts to the people that are in charge of making the decisions. That stuff works. Do it around Christmas time, around the holidays. Around springtime. Changing the seasons, anytime you can get in there and get your foot in the door. But show them that report. That's a huge selling point. So that's all I have in this presentation is, it's your goal to get just 5 customers. That's all you have to start making almost 600% ROI with reseller hosting. You get big and bad up to 200 customers, you're looking at getting into the big bucks. And this really can go up and down depending on what you offer them. Just strictly web hosting at $29.95 a month. You could go lower, you could go in the middle of that, you could go to many different places. But that's just some ideas of what you can get into with reseller hosting and the returns you can make. The point I'm making here is you don't have to make a big investment to start making money with the reseller hosting industry. You just have to be willing to do it, get it set up, and go with it. And again, if you know nothing about reseller hosting, we have all these training resources. And on our blog here, look, I put them here. Reseller Hosting 101, Resell Hero, free ebook. So I've got all these resources on our blog to help you start your business, to get the message out, and to learn about it. So even if you don't know anything about reseller hosting, this will give you the opportunity to learn about it and to get out there and to make a nice ROI. So this is our reseller packages at NameHero. I recommend going with the 2-year package because the ROI is so much sweeter at that point than going month to month. Don't be the type of person that starts your business like, well, I'm gonna give this a try for 2 months, because most reseller hosting businesses, they really take a year or two to really get going. So you don't want to say, well, I'm gonna just go month by month, because that means you're not fully committed. You're not fully dedicated to making it work. But those that really grab this and say, yes, I am, those are the ones that we see succeed at NameHero. And we have thousands of them from all over the world. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions. If you're on our YouTube channel right now, please subscribe to our channel. I've got a lot more training coming along to help you develop your business, and the training's free as well. So you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I've got a reseller hosting playlist on our YouTube channel. Make sure you watch that. Again, you can get a lot of information about how to run your business. Share this with a friend. If you've got friends out there looking to, start a business, get a side income. Reseller hosting has been around for a long time, and it continues to thrive. And here at NameHero, we've really evolved our infrastructure and our technology to really catapult you into the future with your reseller hosting business. So let me know if you have any questions. I'd be free to answer them on our YouTube channel here. I'm also going to blog this, so ask your questions there. I'd be more than happy to help you out if you didn't understand something correctly. And I'll also work on getting this here exported so you can download it as well. So thanks so much for watching and using NameHero.com.